everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry that I wasn't here last week, but I was on a very spontaneous vacation and that was quite cool to do, but sorry for not uploading a YouTube movie. I will have to get better at this, but that's not for excuses. I want to talk to you about this YouTube movie. What I want to say in this YouTube movie is all about having a conversation about fat positivity. Because I draw pictures of fat people and a lot of people don't understand it if they don't know anything about body positivity or about fat positivity. Sometimes you have really hard conversations to explain yourself. It's sad that you have to explain yourself, but once you do it in the right way, you will have people that will support you through thick and thin, pun intended, I guess. When I am talking about this subject, you won't have to just look at my face. I will be drawing this illustration. It's Belle from Beauty and the Beast that I already posted on Instagram and on Facebook. I made a time lapse of it, and during the time lapse I will be talking about the subject I said. That's about it that I have to say for now. Let's get started. Okay, but before I'm going to start the conversation, I want to show you the materials that I used.
First off, I use my sketchbook, of course. It's just a Rooney Daler sketchbook, and it has like, I think 180 grams paper. I guess it is. It's very smooth, so I like that. Then, the other paper that I used is the Pro Marker Winsor Newton paper. It's high quality bleed proof marker paper, very important when you're drawing with markers. And it's like, I love the big sizes always. So that's the paper that I used. Then for the materials, of course, a pencil. Like, I've got a... I love them round. I love the feel that you have in your hands, the round pencils, but like they go away. Yeah. This is a 3B, but when I'm sketching, I just take the pencil that I feel like on the moment. Sometimes I want a very hard one, like a 1B or something, and when I want to sketch very quickly and dirty, I take even a 9B. So, but the 3B is quite standard for me to use. Another thing is my eraser. I love this eraser, but what I don't love is that the paper always gets, yeah, I don't know, it falls off the paper, so now I don't know the brand anymore. I think it was Derwent's, and it's so good, it's so soft, and it's really the best eraser that I've ever had, so this is my thing to do. Then, I used this pencil for my sketch light work, but yeah, I don't know the brand either. I don't know it anymore because you can't see it anymore. But it's just a thing that they have a blue and a red end. So I use this because it's easy to twist when you're sketching, and yeah, it's just to sketch. Then I started on the marker paper and I traced my image with a very hard pencil with an F. So yeah, because I'm always afraid that I push too hard on my pencil and I make scratches in the paper, and I don't want that, so I use the F pencil. And then we used, of course, the markers itself, and I've got two types of markers. I've got the Winsor Newton markers, the brush markers with the brush tip. The Pro markers don't have the brush tip, but I love the brush tip, really, I'm in love with it. And I love the Winsor Newtons, by the way, as well, and I also use the color art markers, which was given to me by my boyfriend. I still have to get used to them, and I still don't really know what to feel about them, because they don't have a brush tip, they just have a bullet tip and the chisel. But what I noticed is that they made spots on my drawing when I was drawing very fast, like the blue dress of Belle. I had spots on my white places, so that wasn't good. Yeah, so that's a negative point for color it. And of course I also used the blender brush marker just to blend colors. And to finish it all off, I of course have the Pablo Caran pencils that I absolutely love, and I've got a box of them, and yeah, they are my standard utility, so I think I will never change them. So, Pablo Caran pencils. And that's it. Let's start the chat.
Okay, so let's have that conversation about fat positivity and how to have a constructive conversation about it. And yes, I am saying fat positivity and not body positivity because there will be two different talks, because fat positivity is just a subject from body positivity, and it's the harder side of body positivity. It's the one where you get the most questions and where you have to defend yourself almost. So I really want to talk about that, because that is what I do with Full of Freckles. And also, if you talk to people about body positivity, they can grasp that idea. They understand that. But it's a totally different thing with fat positivity. It's harder to get your idea across, because people are really stuck in a certain idea that they are learned from child on. That's the whole thing about the fat and the body positivity things. So that's one reason I want to make this video. The other one is there wasn't any order in my brain to really have a good dialogue about why I do what I do, and I don't like to have that flustered feeling when they are just like saying, oh yeah, you draw fat people, that's like really very bad. Because that's the thing that they are saying to me, that I'm glorifying being fat, and that is totally not true. That is not what Full of Freckles is about. I explained it in my last video, by the way. Full of Freckles is all about happiness. It's about being the person that you are and just living in the moment, enjoying the things that are around you without ever feeling guilty because you are the way you are. I really want to have my points in my head to just fire at them and have a good discussion about the subject. So that's why I'm making this video. Let's get started. The first thing that you have to ask yourself is, what kind of person do I have in front of me? And is it even useful that I'm going to talk about fat positivity with this person? Because if it is a troll and he's just trying to kick you and put you down, just stop it and ignore it. It has no point at all. Just block him, whatever. Ignore him if it is in real life, but just keep moving and know that you're a strong person and that his opinion has nothing to do with who you are in all your world. So that's the first thing I want to say. Just be strong and keep going. If you do have, however, a person that really wants to hear your point of view and would want to have a discussion and does have a lot of questions, please do. Because if you have a good conversation with those people, the chance is very big that they will understand you in the end of the discussion and you will have a fan who understands you. That's the first thing. Know who is in front of you. The second thing is the moment that they will say, but fat is so unhealthy, shut them down. Because fat positivity is not about health. It's not about health at all. Sure, being fat can be unhealthy, but you don't know that. You don't know the person and what kind of story that person already has. So why would you ever talk about the health of a fat person? Because you don't know it. You absolutely have no idea about it. Maybe that person goes to the fitness 3 times a week and eat healthy. So you don't know the person's story. You don't know if they're healthy. And if they're going to talk to you about, what is it? Yeah, but it's proven that a fat person has more chance to have blah, 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 blah. Just shut them down again. Because fat positivity has nothing to do with health. And if they keep on going on that, again, make sure they get the message that that isn't the thing. You are not talking about health. But what are you talking about then? Well, it's very simple. There are 2 very important points what you are talking about when you're talking about fat positivity. And it's for both sides. For the side of the fat person, fat positivity is very important to create a safe space. To have a space where they can just be themselves and not be afraid that there are people ready to judge them or to bully them or all that stuff. Fat positivity is building up a community and let all the guards down and be themselves, be the person they are. And that's actually very important because people need to have that space to build up a self-love. And you need that self-love to love other people. I really, truly believe that if you don't love yourself, it's really hard for you to love other people without any troubles. And it is really hard to build up your own life in the best way that you can. So, if you want to change your life and if you want to take a step back and look at your life, you need that safe, sacred space of fat positivity as a fat person. So that's what you do with fat positivity, and that's what I want to create with my illustrations of Full of Freckles. I absolutely love it, and I said it before, I love it. It's the best compliment that I can get if people send me a text that they're saying that I made their day by just giving them a smile and giving them the idea that they can be who they are, because it creates space for them to think further and be the person they are. So that's the first point. On the other hand, you have the people that don't know anything about being fat, who are judgmental, and they need fat positivity as well. Why? Well, to build up more tolerance, to create more open-minded people. Fat positivity is a community that is needed to build up more representation of fat people in all diverse media, and I'm trying to do my part in illustrations. So I want to build that up so they can see fat people, because now they are left behind. The thing is, if people have a more diverse media image and they see more diverse people in the media, on internet, on all the stuff that you can imagine, their closed-mindedness will open up more. They won't be shocked if they see a fat person. They won't stare and they won't laugh or bully and all that stuff. There will still be people doing that, of course, but it will disappear more. And that's what we're working for. So those are the two things that fat positivity is about. First off, create safe space for the fat people, and second, make a more diverse image of people. And yes, of course, now I'm very focused on fat positivity. And yes, of course, there is more diversity necessary also in skin colors and in gender and in age and in all the stuff you can imagine, but I can't do it all. So I'm focusing on fat positivity, but I love it. I love it if other people are doing another focus, because all of those things together is actually body positivity. So let's just support each other in that. Just know those few points that I have talked about, and I think you can be very safe that you will have a very good constructive conversation about fat positivity. Maybe I just explain them again. First off, look at the person that you have in front of you and see if it's worth the energy. Second of all, make sure that you're not talking about physical health, because it's all about mental health. You're having a total different conversation if the person opposite you is talking about health. So scratch that. Then explain why fat positivity is important for fat people and for non-fat people. And that's it, I think. So, good luck with the conversations that you will be having into future, and I will have as well. So I really hoped you liked this video. If you liked it, just hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment if you want. Certainly if you have more ideas for me to share here on this YouTube channel, because I am still searching and I really want to know what you guys want to see and what you guys want to hear from me. Okay, also I have some ideas to do some challenges. As an illustrator, I do have some ideas about the body positivity team to talk about, so it's a little bit of a mix. And also I will be doing sketchbook tours from my very old sketchbooks and my very old drawings, so that is coming up as well. I don't know when yet, but it is coming up. So if you really want to see all of that, of course, hit that subscribe button on top of here, and I will see you again next time, of course.